the home of the Bills since way back in 1973. There's a look at Highmark Stadium just outside of Buffalo, New York. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Buffalo Bills. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll go again to Jones. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Touchdown, Packers! Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Singletary to get the drive started. And a short pickup to about the 25. Our game here, really a dream matchup for folks who like good quarterback play, and really who doesn't like good quarterback play. I mean, you got the 2-time reigning MVP against a guy who many think could be holding that trophy in the very near future. Rodgers and Allen have faced off one time before, and it was the Packers who shut out the Bills that day 22-0. That was just Allen's 3rd NFL start. This defense for the Packers, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down. And the Bills at 2-4 here in the first half of the year. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's second down.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
To throw again on second down. Allen, this one caught by Davis. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Allen going to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Allen will look to throw for it on fourth. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So just shy of midfield. They tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball away. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Well, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation, in the first half, I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward for the risk here? I would not have done that. My only explanation is this coach, he may want to be up here in the booth with us. We may have a 3-man booth starting next week if he keeps up with those decisions.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Looking for Tunyon on the crosser, and he's got it complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. But now he appears to be in some pain. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Jet sweep. Here's Watson. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
On third down, here's Jones. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up. He's got daylight. The 40, 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bills take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys. It's a loss of 2. Brings up second.
7-7, our score after 1. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Here's Rodgers. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Credit the sack to Von Miller. So that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 71 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Johnson's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a...
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football, and the Packers pick it up.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up the score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing is Rodgers. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. Touchdown! Aaron Jones. He scored on the ground and through the air. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And again, it's Allen. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Now Jones. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere. But
it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A gain of 32 that time.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. And that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Caught on the slant. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll look to run with Singletary. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary as the first half is winding down. And the Bills are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Tyler Bass now for the point after. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Right back to Singletary on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Alert, alert, alert!
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Hey, hold on.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen. And his throw is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Five wide.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Rodgers to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Got a man. It's Tunyon. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roll down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
This complete to Jones. Yeah, this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And Johnson's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Tariq Carpenter will be credited with a tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On the counter, this is Singletary. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now Allen. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And into the end zone, it's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there is just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down at the 2-yard line. What a disaster there.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go right back to Singletary. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Here's Sam Martin now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Up the middle, Jones.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture, as now they've got a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. An inside give to Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. Now the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
But with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Devontae Wyatt there for the stop.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. To throw is Rodgers. Quick slant to Watson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
All right.
They'll try to run some clock now with Jones. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers, and they take him down. The Bills get to him. Von Miller, his 2nd sack of the night. And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 30-yard line. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Rodgers. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Something we haven't really seen much of from him. An incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. And Johnson's kick is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 17-yard line.
Singletary again, and he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Sam Martin now, standing just outside his own goal line. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And taken right on the 30. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead, late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Green Bay, they moved to 7-1 on the year with the victory. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.
Let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to be a star. Yeah, pull up with a fatty in a fancy car. How to party like a rock star and play guitar like a superstar. Yeah, and I'm so tired of them playing with me. Yeah, pushing my buttons, this ain't no game to me. Yeah, ain't got time to be explaining me. Yeah, I'ma just take over the game, baby. Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to raise the bar, how to go large, how to take it too far. Let me show you how to show up and show out and surf the crowd. Trust me, you ain't never seen nothing like this. You ain't never been to a show like this. I'ma give you something to remember forever. Yeah, and I'm so tired of them playing with me. Yeah, pushing my buttons, this ain't no game to me. Yeah, ain't got time to be explaining me. Yeah, I'ma just take over the game, baby. Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boy stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we're not to ride nobody way, we're the ones who started with it. Translation, Yani had to buy, Yani had Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit. Grrr,